For me, it's not, and that's okay. No, it's a train of thought for me, goddammit. My content ain't for everybody, and that's okay. No, for real, it's not. There's no need to send a evil eye, one-sided, your pointless conversation. Didn't understand your rotation. Trying to dim my light because you lack communication. The lack of love, you forgot to go within. Misunderstood by folks and understand you. So you try to project it on me when I wasn't trying to catch a case. The energy is different. It was a whole bunch of BITCHs. The energy is different. I ain't had to project negative energy towards you. You had to play with spoken in a toxic way. But I was truly moving, I operating out of love, self-love that truly made you feel uncomfortable. Because I understood discipline. When it came to self-control, something that you truly lacked. I wasn't wrong for speaking up for myself because you had ill intentions towards me, neighbor. Hold on one second, stay in your lane. No, it's a change on me. What the hell is wrong with these people? Because my content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. Always being yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Never not one lie was told you didn't have to get physical. You got folks that's not gonna like you, but you understood your worth to understand your growth. Why you understand the maturity today? You ain't acting your shoe size, you acting your body weight. Regardless, they blackmail you right to left. God saw everything they was doing behind closed doors when it came to one side of reality. You understood unconditional love. Truly bought you balance when it came to hold on one second, believe in your faith. They put you in competition when you was never competing. That self-love looks different. They would never understand your character traits. They would never understand your character traits. Confidence. That energy is different. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to dim your light or make you feel like you're wrong for choosing you when they don't see potential within you. Regardless of who's rooting for you or not, you didn't overlook you. That energy is different. When it comes to gravity, they would never understand the strength that you understand your reality, overcoming trauma and pain. Your testimony while you stand before yourself today, they would never understand how you truly operate. Self-love is different. They would never understand you have to get physical when folks try to project spill work on you that toxic way. Always be yourself and love his intentions. I'm not your genuine love respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. To the genuine ones with love his intentions, I actually hope all is well on your end, and I actually hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for goddamn everybody. I hope you find peace in your own lane. Goddamn it, somewhere else, not over here. Shit. It be entertainment purpose only. No, it's a train of thought for me. You ever dated somebody or whatever the case may be, and they don't understand common sense when you actually remember what you said? Bitch, I'm walking away today. No, for real, for real. Like, motherfuckers swear that you gonna spin a block when you wasn't trying to catch a case, let alone, hold on one second. I ain't about to justify as to breaking down as to self-love today. You know, something I probably misunderstood and interpreted the wrong way. No, I didn't. It'd be the train of thought for me. How someone take your kindness so weak because you knew how to show up for someone, showing it. Hold on one second, growth looks different. When you're past living your reality, they will never understand self-love. Hold on one second. You ain't have to get physical. No, it's the train of thought for me. You ever was talking to somebody within talking to somebody when it come to your past, and then they try to come into your life, they realize that, hold on one second, true love would not last and ever did. You know why? Because when they had you, they couldn't value your time. When they had you, they was operating out of lust. What the hell is wrong with these people? I didn't sign up for this bullshit. Talking about nobody's going to show you the love that I gave. But you forgot to show for the goddamn relationship. No, it's the train of thought for me. What the fuck is wrong with these people? You know, when you used to do certain things that you don't do, previous, before, whatever the case may be, and someone doesn't like the fact that someone is actually loving you properly. No, it's a shape over me. A motherfucking eyesight be so fucked up big out of shape, they heart be so I can't feel my heart. No, it's really the shape over me. Because a motherfucker be so confused because you decide to move on, and at the end of the day, they realize that they was truly the fool. You don't like the fact that someone found someone to love them, but you decided to hold on to someone at a time frame in their life where they could have been elevated, all because you didn't want someone to love somebody, right? Like you didn't want someone to love somebody the way they was treating you, right? Because you wanted to have your cake and eat it too. You know, the verbal abuse and the physical abuse and emotional abuse, it really be real. No, for real. Because the lack of comments and that certain individuals be having when they realize, hold on one second, I forgot to mention, I wanted to have one foot in one door, one foot in the other door, but I didn't allow you to know that. But I have to tell you now that, listen, I forgot to love you. How this type of stuff happens. How when someone takes your kindness or weakness, the disrespect was loud. They wanted to see you down. They wanted you to be mentally unstable. Hold on one second. It was truly pointless conversations because they actually mean what they say. They couldn't actually be physical. Hold on one second. You know, actions speak louder than words, loving you properly. You know the physical words that they were saying that day? The communication was truly one-sided. It wasn't disrespect, but hold on one second. All the lies you told didn't add up. And because someone decided to move on with their life, now you saying that someone is wrong because they're willing to treat themselves right. It really be the train of thought for me. I never understood this, how folks be wanting to have their cake and eat it too. But when they have someone so good and true, they want to abuse it. They want to disrespect it. You know that good, innocent person that truly has a heart? And they try to paint a picture that someone truly didn't know how to have a heart? You know, when it comes to that group conversation, them text messages, hold on one second, with truly pointless conversations, because you know that child of God that you was dealing with that day, they actually found someone that actually valued their time and day, and they had to run game. That energy is different. Never feel wrong for expressing yourself to someone who did not know how to show up for you. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too when it came to you. And they wanted to justify as to hurting you, that it was okay to have the opportunity to kick you down when you was trying to better yourself. They didn't want certain folks to see the light that God endowed within you. You know how when you treat somebody right, protect somebody's heart, not to dim their light, but to walk into someone's life. Hold on one second, you wasn't trying to fumble them, but you was trying to protect their heart. That energy is different. How this type of stuff actually happens. When folks can't communicate to be mature, they hacking their shoe size up their body weight, only to realize to hold on one second how you reject yourself that day. And only for the person that you actually said that you thought you loved, but you forgot to show up, they truly deeply in love with the love of your life, and it wasn't a mistake. That energy is different. Be mindful and wise when taking someone's kindness or weakness, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Hold on one second, neighbor, 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 hold on one second. They say UNITY, but these BITCHs don't even know how to reply. It be the train of thought for me how I be one-sided. They don't be actually be for the community at the end of the day. They be trying to discourage the innocent person trying to understand their faith. That hold on one second. What were you trying to do the innocent person's life that day? Putting someone in competition when they was never competing, projecting a mindset of your bad habits, one, the energy harvest of someone's energy because they truly had potential, projecting spell work on an innocent person because you had a mindset of being toxic that day. You didn't want someone to elevate faster than you, someone truly understood growth, something that truly made you unstable, to truly go within and be your authentic self. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks be saying that they truly healing, but they ready to kick the next person down to see them frown, not to maintain that smile. It'd be the train of thought for me. How it took a whole group of people to take down one person because someone actually understood the elevation. It hits different. Never allow someone to dim your light. Certain folks be talking about RIP. Hold on one second until it's too late. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks be on this journey talking about they truly here for their neighbor regardless to the community, but be the first one to kick someone down, trying to ruin someone's reputation, all the lies that you told that day, but God saw everything. Talking about UNITY, but hold on one second. You picked and choose who you wanted to bully. You picked and choose who you wanted someone to not see their light at the end of the day. So you had to project pointless conversations. The blackmailer was real. You forgot to keep it real. It be the train of thought for me how folks will sneak this you right the left hand. It had to take this person, that person to take this person down, or try to get them locked up and put them in a psych and call them crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded because someone overcame a storm that you couldn't relate to. Just being yourself. That energy is different. That made you so uncomfortable to better yourself. It didn't matter about your tax bracket. Hold the lies you told because someone understood their concentration. Hold on one second. God brought someone balance that day to find peace within. It held on one second to bother your sight and day. You understand someone's intuition, how they tie their shoe different, and they still respected their neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstand day. Even when you threw spell in a toxic way, it'd be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff gets, how this type of stuff actually happens. Regardless if you get lost in your words, hold on one second. You understood comprehension. You understood self-awareness. You understood that you're passing over your reality, that you understood what you overcame, so that you wasn't running from was your past. Even when folks try to blackmail you right to left, you didn't reject you because God actually chose you. God actually chose you. Always be yourself with no misintentions, regardless of who's rooting for you. When you your biggest cheerleader, they would never understand it. Hold on 1 second. It's okay to come out your comfort zone, confidence. You ain't like self-esteem problems because you bettered it. It's a train of thought for me. You ain't look at your neighbor like competition. When they try to paint you out to be somebody you truly wasn't, when they was truly haters. It be the train of thought for me. Didn't matter if it was a chick or a dude. You stood 10 toes up for you to understand your reality, to truly be true. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You gonna make certain folks comfortable, but understanding what God endured within you when it comes to self-respect. Hold on 1 second, you truly had good intentions. Regardless of what someone was going through, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, you still know how to respect your neighbor when they try to dim your light, to kick you down and see you frown. It took a group of people to go up against one person. The gang stalking was real. Now they trying to clean up their bad habits. Only was that goddamn the Heavenly Father, Mother actually saw what they was doing behind closed doors. They would never understand your rhythm. You being your authentic self, that energy is different. Even if it's one person just watching you, you actually still know how to respect your neighbor when they try to blackmail you with fake numbers. It'd be the train of thought for me. How they said it was on the phone with you yesterday, this day, that day. Hold on 1 second, we had a whole conversation, but they couldn't relate. They couldn't relate. Because when God showed up, God was telling them to stop with their bad behavior. Because God had enough. The energy is different. They would never understand what you overcame when it came to pain and time and day. It bothers their mental health, how you understood strength that day. You know, motivation looks different on everybody. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Say you the win for the win, check you out, neighbor, neighbor. Say the win for the win, check you out, neighbor, neighbor. Don't dim your light, here you matter, you're worthy. Don't dim your light, here you matter, you're worthy. Yeah, you say you're corny, but you're not. Hold on 1 second. They said you're corny, but you're not. Hold on 1 second. Catching your blessings wasn't a rejection. Choosing yourself not to dim your light. Hold on 1 second. They will never understand the storm that you overcame. Bettering yourself not to dim your light. Yeah, you matter, you're worthy. Don't dim your light. Hold on 1 second. When God was truly your biggest cheerleader in that room that day, it made certain folks so uncomfortable, and you had to abuse yourself with hurt and pain that day. Because God gave you the strength to acknowledge yourself the most healthiest way. And one lie wasn't told that, hold on 1 second, you damn sure didn't worship the devil. The energy is different. You still knew how to respect your neighbor. Regardless, I prayed differently. You still knew how to go with it and understand balance when it comes to maturity. How folks try to antagonize you to get you out of character, but you understood that, hold on 1 second, I'm truly worthy. I ain't going to shortchange my blessings because someone don't understand my direction. I was understanding to respect my neighbor even when they understand my intuitions, when I ain't have malicious intentions. That energy is different. I love myself, not the dim my light. I love myself, not the dim my light. Say I'm catching my blessings right to left. Say I'm catching my blessings right to left. Goddamn, that spell work was really real. But I stand before myself today. Hold on 1 second, I truly make you uncomfortable. It be the train of thought for me. How folks project their toxic energy towards you when you wasn't trying to catch it because he chose you. The energy is different. They said that you were nobody, neighbor, neighbor. They said that you were nobody, neighbor, neighbor. They said you're nobody, neighbor, neighbor, but you are the blessing to yourself. Never dip your light because someone doesn't understand yourself. Someone doesn't understand you when it comes to yourself. Regardless if at the end of the day, you get lost in your words, they will never understand what you overcame. God brought you balance to acknowledge yourself when it comes to your worth. They will never understand it. Hold on 1 second. God made you who you are today. That energy is different. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. They counted you out, but God counted you in. You wasn't supposed to be part of their team at the end of the day, and that's okay when they had hidden agendas. They not rooting for you because they wanted to kick you down. Damn, you even respected your neighbor when they were trying to see themselves frown. You ever came into someone's life, they was going through trauma and pain. They was so discouraged, they didn't even understand their own weight. When it comes to their mental health, hold on 1 second, they was losing themselves. They was going crazy right to left, but hold on 1 second, you came in at the right point in time. Like your neighbor pick up your head at the end of the day. I didn't even know what you was going through mentally, but hold on 1 second. God actually showed me because I don't worship the devil. Not one lie was told. I ain't have to get physical or disrespect you, let alone project spirit and the toxic way to go up against you. But I just hope one day that you become your best self, visiting yourself, continue to root yourself on at the end of the day when folks don't show up for you. You had the lack of love. Folks was betraying you. Disrespect was real. You didn't understand your own point of view. But you found you when you least expected in a point of your life that, hold on 1 second, my neighbor was showing me the right direction. I would never put respect on their name because I don't like them. I portrayed myself to certain folks at the end of the day, I hate them. But they actually showed me motivation when I couldn't see the goal within. Damn, I ruined their reputation. How this type of stuff actually happens to innocent people at the end of the day, all because they respected their neighbor. Damn. And now one lie was told how it took a whole community to go up against one person because someone was wearing a mask that day because they forgot to truly heal the goal within. And they felt like it was their own mistake, beating themselves up with their own words. This type of stuff actually happens. You know, like when you have that family or friend or associate that's in your life for that temporary situation. Because when God removes you for all the right reasons, it was a rejection for your protection. The energy is different. You know, when they come into your life or God is acknowledging someone that, hey, you're going through something right now. And certain people don't want to put respect on someone's name because they already talk so bad about somebody. They already disrespected somebody so bad with ill intentions. They already brought so much pain towards an innocent person that didn't have to do anything to them. The blackmailing was real, the hacking devices, the gang stalking was real. And the whole entire time, that innocent person, all he was doing was speaking up for themselves. And he was hiding your hands. And only was like, damn, you projected your own pain on an innocent person when they have to do you wrong. How this type of stuff happens, but God saw what you was doing when you did that person wrong. You know, that innocent person that allows you to feel that it was okay to feel, to go within and understand that wound. Hold on one second, that truly triggered you. Emotionally unstable. It's okay to heal. But don't make it a rush at the end of the day when you truly deeply heal. Because childhood trauma is real. It went into your adulthood. They would never understand your point of view when your neighbor didn't have to kick you down. You got a lot of people all around you all day long. Or you could just pick up the phone and folks don't understand you. But you came across one individual that changed your life forever, but you would never give them the credit that is due. It'd be the train of thought for me. When I acknowledge somebody, I respect my neighbor, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. It didn't matter about my upbringing at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, my walk, when it comes to my shoes, when it comes to my journey at the end of the day, I ain't got to fool you. And I say that respect because I understood what I've been through. I'm very so much thankful I stayed before myself today, able to tell my story and how I overlooked me. The energy is different even when you threw spirit at me. Always be yourself and almost intentions. And I say that respectfully. God got you. God got you. God got you. See, practice makes perfect. They will never understand your mental health. They were quick to say that you're slow, stupid, and retarded. They actually want to put you in the sideboard because you actually acknowledge yourself to be your authentic self and make certain folks so bent out of shape when you understood self-control that, hold on one second, I have to get physical. You believed in you to find peace, but then they would never understand how you mistreat you. When they looked at you like when they looked at you like they wanted to paint you out to be the villain in their story. The energy is different. I love myself not to dim my light. Hey neighbor, how you been today? I love myself not to dim my light. Hey, how you been, neighbor? Don't dim your light. Nah, neighbor, it's not in you. Only if you know. So many times you try to count on you, but you overlooked you. You know how it feels to actually relapse, and you wasn't doing it for likes and views. The energy is different. They would never understand that deep healing. You wasn't a cloud chaser. You just knew how to respect your neighbor. You know how it feels, that last testimony which you overcame. Hold on one second, understanding that receiver. We all don't pray the same, but I understand God truly works in mysterious ways. I understood that receiver that day, though. Hold on one second. Nah, for real, it truly became an existence. I was truly the blessing to myself, not to reject myself. I'm very so much thankful that God been patient with me all the whole entire time. Not one lie was told. I don't run from my past. I just understand my confidence. I don't run from my past. I just understand my confidence. Because I had to ask God for the strength to allow me to acknowledge myself when it comes to my worth. That I am worthy of choosing me. I never thought I was better than anybody, but I was willing to overcome the hold on one second, not to lose me. On an empty stomach, certain folks would never understand elevation when it comes to growth, when they put you in competition, when you wasn't trying to catch a case, how this type of stuff actually happens. How self-love looks different on everybody. I knew how to respect my neighbor, not to hurt my neighbor. The energy is different when I wasn't trying to call on nobody. The energy is different. You ever been on an empty stomach and you like, nah, I ain't gonna call nobody today because I don't want nobody to talk on me like a bad habit. After I overflow certain folks' cups at the end of the day, all they did was just reject me and talk about me like a bad habit. I've been through enough of it all. But I ain't have to do my neighbor wrong. All because of the fact that I actually had potential. They looked at me like competition when I was never competing. I was never part of the Olympics. Hold on one second. I understood that receiver that, hold on one second. God gave me the strength to allow me to see that it's okay. I got your back. Even when I was on an empty stomach, I got your back even when I was on an empty stomach. I got your back even when I couldn't think straight that day. I wasn't trying to hurt myself, let alone hurt my neighbor. That is just different. You ever picked up the phone on an empty stomach and everybody just want to be in your business and never not one time that they ask you if you truly okay? All they want to know is all the toxic behavior that you got going on in your life, how those conversations got pointless, and you stopped picking up the phone, or let alone you just decided not to end of the day entertain the bullshit, because that's all they fed off of at the end of the day. Wow. I ain't beefing with you. I ain't got drama with you. Hold on 1 second. I made you so uncomfortable. Oh, you ain't got nothing to talk about today then, huh? When they ain't got nothing to talk about at the end of the day, when they can't get in your business, then hold on 1 second. You pass on your reality today. You understood what the mistake was, so you corrected it. You understood that certain folks was truly didn't have good intentions when they actually said they respected you that day. You had they back when days when they couldn't see, but you would never throw in their face because you never had ill intentions. You was doing it from the heart. We all don't operate the same. It was folks at the end of the day that was on empty stomach that barely had food in their fridge. Hold on 1 second. Or let alone they was going through mental health problems. Imagine showing up for these same folks only for them to disrespect you, to shortchange you. They say that you slow, stupid, and retarded, but hold on 1 second. It truly made them still uncomfortable. Because you still knew how to overcome what you've been through. They didn't understand how you found balance in your life, being homeless, folks overlooking you, disrespecting you out loud. And they was even the ones throwing spoken in a toxic way, make you mentally ill. Who would have known? Goddamn, but God showed me who is truly not for me when I have to get physical. You ever walked into someone's life and you was there from a good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, but they would never say that they got controlling issues? It'd be the train of thought for me. But they sit there and gather up in group of folks to talk about shit like a bad habit. But you know what's so funny? How God saw what they was doing that day when they said that they dismissed you out of their life. Nah, it was the opposite way around. I walked away so I could understand my faith. I walked away so I could find a peace of mind. I walked away to realize that, hold on 1 second, you wasn't worthy of my time. It be the train of thought for me. I can't stand that B-I-T-C-H. It be the thought process for me. Hold on 1 second. What happened? What did I do to you? Nothing. Someone say, I'm so disgusted because you have a beautiful smile. Someone says, I'm so disgusted with you because you actually know how to smile. Someone said, I'm so disgusted with you because your future is truly beautiful. Regardless if you were dyke or not, at the end of the day, damn, your moms and your pops actually created you. It be the train of thought for me. How folks be having so much shit going on in the background when it comes to their own life story, trying to project it on you when it comes to their trauma, but you still knew how to respect them when it comes to their drama. It be the train of thought for me. How you could be in a worse situation than someone, but they be comparing you at the end of the day when you wasn't trying to catch a case. We all don't operate the same. I overcame the pain. You know one thing, I'm gonna be honest about me. Regardless of what I've been through in my journey, it's certain individuals that experience certain things in their life. And I was there. But only if they knew what I actually went through. I went through the same thing just like you. But worse. You had family. I did. You had someone to pick up the phone and actually be there for you, to actually have someone to hug you. Nah. I had motherfuckers around me that try to shortchange me and my feelings. Every the train of thought for me. Hold on 1 second. I was emotionally available. They tried to kick me down and see me frown. But I had to maintain my smile at the end of the day. Yeah, poverty and pain really truly brought me out the best of me. I chose me, not the dead, my life. So you try to sneak this me, but neighbor, only if you truly knew me. It'd be the train of thought for me. They say God make miracles every single day. I ain't hate on my neighbor because at the end of the day, I understood when it was my time. I'm going to truly shine. I ain't have to disrespect my neighbor to kick them down and see them frown because I had good intentions when I saw my neighbor that day. I had good intentions when I saw my neighbor that day. I was so quick to say, congratulations, neighbor, 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 neighbor. Congratulations, neighbor, 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 neighbor. Congratulations. No, for real. You truly deserve it. No, for real, for real. It be the training of thought for me. Your time is going to come when it comes to understanding your blessings. It's coming on time when you least expect it. Don't dim your light. Hold on 1 second. How God works in mysterious ways. Nah, God does work in mysterious ways. For real, for real. You could be going through the most pain, dealing with depression, anxiety, or whatever you go through, because everybody in some point of their life deal with anxiety, PTSD, and trauma, pain. You lose someone you love, or you just got out of a bad relationship. Everybody's mental health ain't the same. Don't matter your tax bracket. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm just keeping it real at the end of the day, because people pick and choose who they want to project to be a. People pick and choose who they want to bully, to project a mindset that someone need to be mentally unstable, put in a psych ward, or get locked up, or get blackmailed because someone got controlling issues. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to someone's badass habits. It do. I can't sit here and allow my neighbor to be put in a box because someone lacks confidence, someone got self-esteem issues, and they don't like the fact that someone, doesn't matter about someone's tax bracket or what job description that they have. Because someone is jealous and envious somebody, they want someone to be locked up or put in a psych ward. And we all go through it at some point in our life. Someone didn't have to get physical. They didn't have to hurt themselves. They actually expressed themselves like, hold on one second, I'm actually asking for help. I'm getting overlooked by my own community. The disrespect is loud. They would never understand I wasn't seeking revenge. They had to project spoken and toxic way towards an innocent person, someone who truly had potential, and you wasn't the issue, neighbor. How this type of stuff actually happens. And not one I was told how God works in mysterious ways when God truly protected your mental health, that you are worthy of better days. They would never understand what you overcame, how you stand before yourself, that their elevation looks different on everybody. I overcame that storm. They would never understand. I love myself, not the dim my light. I love myself, not the dim my light. Catching my blessings right to left. How God works in mysterious ways. I may sound like a broken record to you, but hold on one second. You're not for me when I wasn't trying to catch a case. It's the train of thought for me. Nah, for real. I'm not. No disrespect, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. I'm just catching my blessings right to left. No disrespect, neighbor, 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 neighbor. I'm just catching my blessings right to left. That energy hits different. Love you. Don't overlook you. Don't overlook you because someone said you don't have potential. Being yourself, be yourself. Don't dim your light. Be yourself, be yourself. Don't dim your light. Hold on one second. Butterfly, butterfly. You matter. You're worthy. You blossom, you blossom. They said that you were ugly. Hold on one second, neighbor, 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 neighbor. Hey, butterfly. Yeah, you matter. You're worthy. Love you. Don't dim your light. The energy is different when you're trying to treat yourself right. It was the wings. You went from a caterpillar to a butterfly. You know how long it took for you to understand rotation when it comes to elevation? They would never understand that. Hold on one second. God damn sure didn't tell a lie. I don't mean no disrespect to my elders, and I say that respectfully. But damn, I'd rather say, God damn, at the end of the day, the sex about their free will. We all not the same. It's certain folks that say focus the free will when it comes to their mental health. Or because someone got a lack of self-control and forgot the discipline plan. It'd be the train of thought for me. I say one curse word, I'm goddamn wrong. Oh my God. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. I'm still being patient with time and day when it comes to my vocabulary. But I'm not going to stop being myself. They say you type B-I-T-C-H. God ain't loving you. God ain't showing up for you. But God surely allowed me to understand my existence. It's okay to be myself, regardless who gave up on me, overlooked me in my journey. Yeah, the black man was real. I was truly keeping it real. That's a problem with people today. They forgot to show up for themselves. They said I'm showing up, showing up. They said I'm showing up, neighbor, 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 but that's what I'm just barely doing. I get lost. I get lost. Unconditional love, what is that? What is that? When I'm hurting myself with my own words. Behind closed doors, certain folks will never understand I never held. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks be having the mindset of ruin someone's reputation, but they talking about they truly healed. Folks be swearing I be talking about like a bad habit, but goddamn, if your mask full of God truly shows you that you was truly keeping it real. But you're listening to just having that. The energy is different. We all don't operate the same. Overcoming pain. Didn't matter what your upbringing was, if your moms and pops was in the household or not. It'd be the train of thought for me. I ain't got to sit here and try to bond nobody. Actually, what I went through, I understood what I overcame. I had to understand my strength when it come to my mental health. I wasn't trying to shortchange myself when it come to better myself. Because God gave me the balance to understand and recognize that, hold on one second, I was worthy of holding on to me another day. I ain't understand I was going to maintain that empty stomach, but God actually showed me, hold on one second, I got your back when folks put me in competition. Always be yourself when Someone says you don't have potential. Self-love looks different when you truly show up emotionally available. You ain't wearing a mask. You removed it to truly go within to understand. Hold on 1 second. I was truly uncomfortable. It brought you balance. It allowed you to understand knowledge. Here, it was truly power that God endured within you. They would never understand it. Hold on 1 second. They couldn't take your anointings. That blueprint that God endured with you when it comes to elevation, catching your blessings right to left. It wasn't a rejection. You understood what you overcame. They would never understand it. Hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to shortchange me the other day. Wow. Say you're beautiful, you're handsome, yeah, you're worthy. That energy is different. Why would I want to discourage myself when you said I was ugly? I truly felt it too. But I had to understand at the end of the day, it was never about your point of view. It was something that I saw that you couldn't relate to. It was me choosing me. The energy is different because you truly wasn't for me. The energy is different. When people be having pointless conversations, at the end of the day, they're trying to make themselves so irrelevant in someone's life. Only rest to hold on 1 second, you forgot to go within and treat yourself right, neighbor. I understood why I went within that day to look in the mirror to realize that, hold on 1 second, I truly wasn't ugly. I wasn't. I love me. Yeah, I got bushy, big eyebrows. No, entertain don't be. A lot of people be wanting these things. Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. Keep it real. They say that they sit there and say that you're truly mentally ill because you're being authentic. You wasn't trying to fit in. Don't ever shortchange your blessing because someone tried to teach you a lesson. It'd be the train of thought for me. You ain't have to get physical with folks when you truly went within and understand your self-confidence. You went from having self-esteem problems, understand and recognize yourself today that you truly is worthy. They would never understand that God's blueprint that God endured within you. When you truly the real chosen one, little divine one, the real child of God, they would never understand how long I was told. You wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. Hold on 1 second. How certain folks shows you that their feelings are truly temporary. But self-love truly brought you a life long-term of healthy healing. The energy is different. You can never put your self-love on balance. You know, balance, like, you can never put your self-love on balance. And especially when you're really trying to keep it real, love. And I say that respectfully. That means when I say balance, it goes from balance to unbalance. You gotta be patient with time and day. They will never understand how you truly heal. To acknowledge yourself in the most healthiest way. The balance gonna throw you off. But you gotta understand patience before you understand balance to acknowledge yourself. To keep it real, to go within. Me and you don't communicate the same, but that's okay because God had a better plan. Imagine looking in the mirror and someone sat there and called you ugly, but hold on 1 second, you truly have beautiful features. You may not have been eye appealing to this person or that person, but you was truly beautiful to the creator that actually created you that day. When they try to mislead you with pain, the outside world try to kick you down and see you frown. God sent all the right people into your life to truly acknowledge it. Hold on 1 second, you was truly worthy, understanding your own existence, that you are loved. The energy is different. You heard it from the people that was truly for you, only for you to realize that you didn't overlook you. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. You had a few wounds on you when it came to scars. It beat you up so much. It had you so choked up. Your tears was falling down right to left. They would never understand how God locked you up in the most healthiest way because you was the luckiest person to walk around, maintain the smile. They would never understand the confidence that God endured within you that day to better you. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second, God allowed you to be comfortable in your own skin. Looking in the mirror, you're beautiful, you're handsome. You are worthy, regardless of overlooked you or gave up on you. They didn't see your potential, but hold on 1 second, God didn't reject you. The energy is different when you truly understand it. Hold on 1 second, you are truly worthy. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. It's not. Always be yourself when someone doesn't see potential within you. Always be yourself regardless if you're a content creator or not. When they try to blackmail you with your past, that don't live in your reality, something that you wasn't running from was your past existence. They would never understand growth because you was acting your. They would never understand your growth when it comes to maturity. You're not acting your shoe size. You acting your body weight. You ain't have to play with spoken and toxic way to make someone mentally ill or a little unstable or a little on getting stalk somebody right there left to reject them because you was far from a hater. We all don't operate when it come that vein that day. You know that vein. We don't got that hate vein. That haterade vein. No, I'm good. Have a good day. Somewhere the fuck else, not over here. How this type of stuff happens. Don't give up on yourself because someone doesn't see potential within you. Even when they try to shadow ban you because they see something within you that they don't see in themselves. But everybody has their own light. And because they haven't acknowledged their light, they want to dim your light. When you was never competing, because God created your own lane, allow you to blossom. They would never understand elevation. You ain't have to get physical. You ain't have to disrespect somebody. The energy is different. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. It's sad and disturbing to see how when you have a God's light and you wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing, I don't live in fear. And I say that respectfully. When you have a God's light, people pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to shadow ban or who they want to project a mindset so people won't look their way. It doesn't matter if it's on the internet. It doesn't matter if it's in the outside world. Because this type of stuff happens. People become homeless behind this type of stuff. In real life, people have the mindset of becoming a victim because of gang stalking is real. People become homeless and become a victim of being gang stalked. And they wasn't doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. How people energy harvest off innocent people's energy. How people try to destiny swipe with innocent people. And people actually deal with this type of stuff every single day. And nobody hears their voice. People overlook people. Individuals are labeled crazy because they start to speak up for themselves when folks go against them. And it's sad and disturbing to see how it takes a whole community to go up against one person because this is what they do. And when the innocent person speaks up, it's like, oh, nobody is going to hear you. Don't nobody give a F. We're going to blackmail you to the point where it's going to be so difficult for you to voice your opinion. It's going to be so difficult for you to speak out on your behalf because we have the whole precinct on our same page. We're going to make it so difficult for you. We're going to pay people in your family. We're going to pay people to go against you. We're going to pay this person to watch you. The gang stalking is real. You went into that check cashing place that truly actually happened that day. They try to make you mentally ill. They try to make you feel like you was bugged out when you wasn't trying to catch a case. How the dude and chick was so aggressive trying to take your picture. At the end of the day, they didn't want to cooperate. They didn't want to take your picture because someone was in the background trying to blackmail you, trying to get your signature. How this type of stuff actually happens. It be the train of thought for me. How you speak up for certain folks when they didn't want to do their job. And never not one lie was told me you have to get physical. How you allowing your neighbor, regardless if it was your next door neighbor in different area codes, when they try to size you up to take your notes at the end of the day, when it comes to your creativity, how they wanted to gain off of you because you actually had potential. How they try to get into your contract records, to lie on your name at the end of the day because they truly understand that you truly hold value. How this type of stuff actually happens. Didn't matter of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. How certain folks actually go through this type of pain. And they become a victim. You know, some people do stuff for likes and views and cloud chasing when it comes to, oh, I'm being gang stalked or this is happening to me, and they never not one time experienced it. And for someone to really be a victim of this type of stuff, it's sad. It really is because people don't have a voice. They don't. And because they don't have a voice, they get overlooked by the right people. Because now they're getting overlooked by the right people because now the right people that was in front of somebody, they saw them, they heard them, and they actually respected them. So because someone was taking interest into somebody, now they're trying to dim the light of this innocent person. How this type of stuff actually happens. So now they're blackmailing somebody from actually moving forward of helping someone. Now they're trying to blackmail the innocent person from someone actually having potential of making a situation better for somebody in their life, or actually showing somebody it's okay that you have a safe place here. Like, people have this mindset of being jealous and envious of someone, that someone is trying to help somebody. How this type of stuff actually happens when an innocent person is really being gang stalked, when an innocent person truly didn't do anything to nobody besides respect their neighbor. They blackmail them with emails, fake phone conversations, um, last messages, and they hack people devices, and they got technology so good today where people are able to create messages and look like it's this person talking to somebody when they not, or they take someone's voice and use it and interpret it and as to someone that they're truly not. How this type of stuff is really dangerous, and how this type of stuff actually happens. And that innocent person didn't have to do it for likes and views when they spoke out and said, I need help. They wasn't looking for a handout. They just know at the end of the day, it's a community that is truly for somebody that's going to help them. But when you have people that have the jealousy and envy and hate mindset, of course you're going to gang up and go up against that one person. Of course you're going to have they page shadow banned. Of course you're going to make sure nobody sees that person's light, the God's light. That child of God, the divine one, the real chosen one, the one who doesn't have to do it for likes and views or clout chasing. Someone that showed up every single day. And never not one time this person worshiped the devil. Never not one time that this person had to project spell in a toxic way. Never not one time that this person had the energy harvest off anybody's energy. Never not one time that this person had the destiny swipe with anybody. Never not one time that this person had to have the mindset of gang stalking anybody. Never not one time that this person had the mindset of hacking anybody's devices. Never not one time. How this type of stuff actually happens. There's so many people that deal with real life gang stalking, and their voice gets overlooked. And it's to the point where they're living in fear because nobody believes them until the right community actually sees them. It'd be the train of thought for me. Like, I'm not going to sit here and disrespect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. You're not for me, that's okay. But I know how to respect my neighbor enough to say, you're hurting yourself with words and you're going left when you should be going right. I was never doing it to compete with my neighbor. It'd be the train of thought for me when you treat yourself right. When you're saying that you're actually healing, regardless if you're in a mindset of someone projecting spell work on you, or someone is energy harvesting off your energy, someone trying to destiny swipe at you. When you actually know how to respect your neighbor and you're actually going through the healing journey, we all don't show up the same. I know how to respect my neighbor, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. It's not. Never give up on yourself because someone gave up on you or overlooked you. When you say that you're in your healing journey, doesn't matter if you're in the beginning stages or not, because you will forever heal. Healing never stops. And I say that respectfully. I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form, but healing never stops. But when you're in the process of a healing process, you don't sit there and project spell work towards your neighbor. You don't sit there and energy harvest off your neighbor. You don't sit there and gang stalk someone to make them feel like they're going crazy and they bugged out when they saw what they saw in the spiritual realm and the 3D realm. When you're saying that you're healing, you don't hack someone's devices and try to paint them out to be someone they truly not, and then you want to get them locked up and put them in a sideboard, and because you have controlling issues. Or then you're saying that you're in your healing process, you don't sit there and stop somebody from helping somebody else and trying to paint a picture of a narrative because you got controlling issues, or you don't want someone to take your shine, your light, so you got to dim the innocent person's light so someone won't help somebody. How that type of stuff actually happens. And I saw it myself firsthand. It's disgusting to see how someone was being gang stalked and they became homeless and they asked for food. And someone walked up to somebody and said, no, do not feed this person. Don't feed this person. But my thing is, why would you tell someone not to feed somebody? Because you would want someone to help you or feed you if you was in the same circumstances. And I don't wish this on anybody. And then you lie about a situation that never even happened just so someone won't get fed. It be the train of thought for me. How folks be looking at people like competition because they don't want someone light to actually shine. It didn't matter someone's circumstances, let alone their pockets at the end of the day, and not one lie was told that innocent person didn't have to get physical. They walked away with their head held high. The strength that God indulged in that baby, because that's God's baby, regardless to how old that person is. That person overcame so much pain and trauma. And the most vulnerable thing that they thought they would ever have to do is ask their neighbor for food because of someone putting them in that situation, making them homeless, projecting spell work on them, blackmailing them, lying on them. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. Everybody talking about they the child of God. They the chosen one. They the real chosen one. Or you a real terror reader. You this, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. A real child of God, not the devil worshiper. Not the one who projects spell in a toxic way. Not the one who energy harvests on people's energy. Not the one who destiny swipes with people. Not the one who gang stalks people. Respects their neighbor, regardless to what storm you're going through. But when God sees everything, and when God saw what you did behind closed doors, when you gang stalked that person, you projected spell work, you had to gather up this person, that group, that person to project voodoo, witchcraft, black magic, whatever the case may be. You put a name in your book of what you did that day. God saw you. And that innocent person didn't have to do anything to you besides be their authentic self. It bothered your eyesight and day, so you had to ruin their character traits. But God still continued to allow someone to elevate. So you said, you know what, I got to bring it up a notch. Let me send in this warlock. Let me send in this witch. Let me send in this person. Let me send in that person. I'm paying these people some good money to kick somebody down. It's not working. You're trying to see someone frown. You don't like the fact that someone's really smiling. It makes you so uncomfortable. You just made someone homeless and they still maintain a smile. You're not understanding how someone is still elevating after you done injected something in somebody's body, so they won't understand rotation when it comes to their mental health to be stable that day. Or you try to break someone's relationship up. It's for someone to move uncomfortable, be bent out of shape when they wasn't trying to catch a case. Sat there, told so many lies, so someone won't look at someone. Hold on one second. So two people can elevate together. Something that you lack with self-control when it came to discipline, because someone don't know how to love you properly because you forgot to go within. If you actually truly heal, you can actually find someone that's truly going to love you properly. There's no reason to be jealous of someone that actually wants someone to is to have the mindset of being jealous because you don't want someone to love somebody properly. And then you sit there and dig up somebody's past and it's call them a whole bunch of hoes and call them a whole bunch of this and that and whatever the case be. That don't live in their reality today. And be the train of thought for me, like, why are you so concerned about who someone slept with when it comes to their past? Why are you so concerned about what someone sees in somebody at the end of the day? When someone can love somebody and they both on the same page. If they're able to communicate, they're able to bring genuine love to an existence, why does that bother you? Because someone not keeping it real with you? Because someone is not loving you properly? Because someone said that you're a mistake? Because of the fact that you had hidden agendas and you had to use spell work to get someone's time and day? Because you went into a relationship thinking you was in a relationship with somebody at the end of the day. The only was it wasn't real. Because you forgot to keep it real to truly hell. It be the train of thought for me. You trying to have a baby. I'm not being disrespectful, but goddamn, you ain't have to get physical with an innocent person. Putting your hands on somebody at the end of the day when they wasn't trying to catch a case, and then when they speak up for themselves, they dead ass wrong. It be the train of thought for me when you did yourself wrong. How this type of stuff actually happens. You jealous of somebody because they know how to hold a relationship. So because someone is not choosing you or respecting you, or you don't know how to be in a relationship, you want to ruin someone's reputation. How this type of stuff happens? It does. You rather ruin someone's reputation than to actually mean what you say that you're healing. You know, actions speak louder than words for you to truly go within and actually mean what you say, not to make yourself mentally disturbed. Instead of having those pointless conversations, hurting the next person, you can take that energy and love you. And I say that respectfully. I don't mean no disrespect. But if you chose you to love you, you can find the right kind of partner that's for you. You don't like the fact that someone can actually see somebody and see something within them like, damn, that person is falling in love with someone every single day. Something that you wish and pray for. But you, being that you reject yourself to love in yourself, you rather someone reject someone for showing up for somebody when they wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Or then you sit there and pay this person, pay that person from somebody's past to try to manipulate somebody and paint a picture of somebody that they truly not, because you don't want someone to be comfortable with loving the right person the right way. Because that person can truly walk into that person's life and love them the right way the first time around. It wouldn't be pointless conversations. The energy is different. Leave innocent people alone. I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and I say that respectfully. Love is real, love is one of a kind. What the right one truly for you? It was your smile when it came to your dimples that day. Wow. God allowed me to see that you could truly go within and understand your intuitions that day. You could think for yourself. Damn. Book smart, street smart. That was truly a turn on at the end of the day, because you hold your own way. I ain't have to get physical disrespect you. I understood what you overcame. Being in an abusive relationship, folks disrespecting you right to left. Who would have knew that God would allow us two to see each other in the right point of view? The energy is different when someone didn't have to get physical. Imagine someone walking into your life, they're being patient with you. That faithfulness hits different. That energy is different when someone loves you right the first time around. That one lie was told. Love is real, love is one of a kind. What the right one truly for you. Y'all both didn't worship the devil, but y'all showing up pray differently. The energy is different. It was your smile allowing you to go within, because God wasn't trying to see you frown. God balanced days, better days ahead when you least expected. It wasn't a rejection because it was truly your protection. Someone bringing peace into your life, not to make you mentally unstable or uncomfortable. You understood why God closed certain doors in your life. Understand those pointless conversations, but someone's able to treat you right the day. That energy is different. When you wasn't running from your past, you understand why you stand before yourself the day. That love language is different. It was never competition, because you wasn't competing with real love, because someone truly keeping it real with you, love. Someone bringing peace into your life Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because when that energy is different, the love of your life truly walked into your life, became an existence. Common sense actually made sense that day. It wasn't lust, it was real love. Y'all ain't had to play with spoken and toxic each other's time and day. You understood the vocabulary actually made sense that day. So when you're taking your kindness or weakness, imagine overflowing the right cup. It only rests to hold on 1 second. God didn't shortchange you when it came to your blessings. Allowing you to love you, not to dim your light. Allowing you to love you, not to dim your light. Hold on 1 second. You understood them pointless conversation. You used to hurt yourself with your own words. You forgot to even look in the mirror some days. Allowing us to believe in your faith. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Overcoming that pain was truly real. Hold on 1 second to truly deeply heal. Even when you got lost in your words, you still was being patient with time and day, because God gave you the balance to acknowledge it. So when it come to your worth, it didn't have to get physical. You overcame that self-controlled mindset. Hold on 1 second. Understand the discipline today. How you not running from your past. You very so much thankful that God allowed you to show you that true love can truly last. That unconditional love allowed you to choose you. When you almost gave up on the love department, who would have knew that God would have brought the right person to your direction that day? The direction of healthy love, the better days ahead. That energy is different when someone truly wants you to smile. They could fix your crown. Walking into the right person's arms. Truly uplifting you. Your biggest cheerleader wasn't trying to do you wrong. Up close in person and behind closed doors. That energy is different. When you understood what you overcame. True love was not complicated, because someone truly knew how to value your time and day. Someone mentally stable, emotionally available, financially stable. Y'all both was on the same page, operating out of real love. The energy is different. You understood your calling. You understood that receiver that day. You prayed within praying. It was days that when you had dark days. It was days you was overcoming the goal within. God didn't miss out on this one that day. It was a prayer that you made. Asking God to send you the right person. Not only just the right person, but the perfect person in your eyes. And not one lie was told. You was tired of dealing with knuckleheads. You was tired of dealing with pointless conversations, and folks couldn't even actually mean what they say to elevate, to meet you halfway when it came to communicating. The energy is different. All they want to do is run game, project lust. It wasn't real love. They forgot to keep it real with you, love. The energy is different. They act like they were so invested in God. But only the rest of hold on one second, they understand the knowledge to actually go with it. Understand that hold on one second, we don't pray the same. What the hell you got going? I don't got time for this shit. You know, playing mind games with you. You said that you're maturing. You're saying that you're becoming the best woman of yourself, the best man of yourself. You just want the right person to be pointing your right direction. You just wanted someone to be faithful to you. Someone to be genuine and kind to you, to respect you, not to shortchange you when it came to being emotionally available. Someone actually by your side to dim your light. That energy is different. Someone truly have to bring chaos and confusion in your life. Someone to maintain your smile. Allow you to feel it was okay not to reject you. Someone that sees you, not to overlook you. The energy is different. When the right person is being pointed in your direction, that's all you ask for is one day. Regardless how long you had to wait, you said you're willing to wait. It was a couple of years that done bypassed. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but hold on one second. Only realize that true love can truly last. You know, self-love was first. You used to beat yourself up with your words. Only realize that hold on one second. God said that you ready for love today. The energy is different. Because you allowed you to see you when you look in the mirror today. That you love yourself. And you overcame a testimony that certain folks will never be able to walk. Because it's your shoes. They can't tell your story better than you. The abuse was real, the verbal, physical, emotional. The hold on one second, how you acknowledge yourself today. You wasn't doing it for likes. If you was on cloud chase, they would never understand, hold on one second, God's vision for you today. All you do is look back at what you pray for. You gained a lover, a best friend, a business partner. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. You just ask for someone not to have a hand problem, to mislead you with pain. You want to be able to express yourself to the right person, not to repeat yourself with games. You know, mind games. That is just different. You express to someone that, hey, I had an unhealthy past. I had a couple of failed relationships, maybe a marriage or two. But I ain't trying to go down that same road again. Only for you to realize, hold on one second. Love is real, love is one of a kind. Hold on one second, it was an introduction that you wasn't used to. So much valuing your time. It wasn't an excuse, it wasn't mind games overcoming that storm. Happy tears hits different when you understood what you overcame. So much being faithful to you. Allowing you to feel it was okay. They didn't have to get physical. Emotionally available. It wasn't lust, it was real love. It was truly a dream come true because someone wasn't misleading you. The energy is different. Someone didn't have to play mind manipulation games with you. They was actually showing up as their authentic self, not to make you bent out of shape to catch a case. The energy is different. Someone truly with potential. They wasn't wearing their mask to mislead you. They wasn't trying to have their cake and eat it too when they was keeping it real with you. The first time around, to hold on one second, fall in love with the love of your life every single day because God maintained your smile. Imagine two people not praying the same, but they still knew how to respect their neighbor, not to project pain. Understanding what you overcame, overcoming that storm, they would never understand your reality today. Because God protected two people's hearts for all the right reasons. They would never understand how two people truly fell in love when the world was against you too. The energy is different when you have to get physical. Thanking God every single day. Imagine praying for the same person every single day, the most healthiest way, the same way you fall in love. That energy is different. Thanking God every day. Finally bringing peace into your life. Able to sit down and express yourself to the right person, not for them to overlook you. Someone sees you, hears you, and respects you. Wow, it was truly a miracle. It went from date night to movie night, showing up for each other. Who would have knew that y'all would have been kicking it for real, long term? Forever seems long, but you was forever with the right one that didn't have to do you wrong. Saying I do to the right person. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 30 years to 40 years. Damn, a dream truly come true. Who would have knew? You put a name in your book when it comes to healthy union. You know, when God shows you better days ahead, God will send the right person to your life to show you understand at the end of the day, God actually had a plan. Because God knew that you two was right for each other. That energy is different. Someone right by your side, not to dim your light. That energy is different. True love is not supposed to hurt. It's not. And true love is not manipulation. It's not. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Someone that's able to maintain your smile. Someone that truly got your back, not to see you frown. Someone that's okay knowing that we're going to grow old age together. It's okay for you to wear a diaper. No, it's a train of thought, baby. What's wrong with people? Nothing wrong with it. It be the train of thought for me. Imagine growing old with the right person. And you ain't have to pretend. You ain't have to be somebody that you truly wasn't. Because God allowed you to go within. God waited for you to find you, to love you, to realize, hold on 1 second. The right person is going to acknowledge you. They say opposites attract sometimes, but who would have known? Someone truly actually likes when you actually being your authentic self, regardless if you're nerdy or not. No, it's a train of thought for me. Being yourself. You like certain movies that they not used to. You eat a certain way, but hold on 1 second, they was willing to get used to it. Because it damn sure wasn't going their digestive system. It's a train of thought for me. I gotta go. It wasn't a crime to try new things, especially with the right person by your side that truly showed you it was okay to be yourself. Someone that truly didn't have to overlook you another day. Because they fell in love with you another day. True love is not supposed to hurt. True love is not having a hand problem. True love is not malicious intentions or manipulation. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully, regardless to who says that you don't have potential, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Be mindful and wise when someone comes into your life and you take their kindness for weakness because you're not ready for the love department. If you're not mentally ready for the love department, there's no need to trauma bond someone. There's no need to project lust. There's no need for you to project spell towards an innocent person. And especially when someone walks into your life with a good heart. Because what you're going to do is shortchange yourself of your own blessing. Only to realize it was your own rejection. When someone was truly protected. Because they walked into the right person's arms and condemned they like. Someone capable of willing to treat them right the first time around, that one lie was told. Or because you became part of your own lesson. How this type of stuff actually happens. When someone acknowledges you, to understand your point of view. They understand that it's okay to be yourself. I'm just trying to get to know you. But you discouraged someone and kicked them down to see them frown. The disrespect was loud. You wanted someone to be mentally labeled unstable. You said they slow, stupid, and retarded because they wanted to get to know you. It be the train of thought for me. How you had hidden agendas the whole entire time. Not one lie was told when someone didn't have to get physical. How this type of stuff actually happens. How innocent people go into a situation being an authentic self, only for them to become vulnerable, and when they become vulnerable, someone wants to throw it in their face. Someone wants to disrespect them. Someone wants to tear them down. Someone wants them to have the mindset that they're not worthy. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. All because you said that you're not serious about taking a relationship serious, but someone was serious about getting to know you. And all you wanted to do was shortchange them when it came to their mental health, paint them as crazy. But only for you to realize you rejected yourself. You're trying to spin the block today, but it's too late. Because someone actually maintain a smile, not to see them frown. Hold on 1 second. True love wasn't supposed to hurt. I'm not your genuine love respect. And when it comes to my creativity, I gave it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I never got my ideas from anybody else but my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I don't work with anybody. I don't work with no third-party conversations, and I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I never gave anybody permission to use my creativity as their own. I never gave anybody permission to use my creativity as their own. I don't talk to any third-party conversations, and blackmailing is real when it comes to me, and I say that respectfully. How folks will have the mindset of being jealous and envious at the end of the day. Trying to point folks in the wrong direction because I know how to better me. Regardless of what I'm going through, at the end of the day, I'm still willing to choose me. You try to make me homeless, put me in a sideboard, try to get me locked up, lie on my name. But I didn't get discouraged at the end of the day because my Heavenly Mother and Father God showed up for me. And one thing I ain't got to do is lie on you. But it's kind of funny how it took a whole group of people to go up against one person because I was standing before myself today. And I was never trying to hurt myself. That is just different. Never give up on yourself when someone tries to blackmail you. Or when someone is gang stalking you in real life and you're not doing it for likes and views. Of course, they're going to say you're crazy, you're slow, you're stupid, and retarded. Because you're speaking up for yourself. But God saw everything. when they took your creativity and used it as their own, and they didn't pay you for your creativity. When it came to your ideas, or when it came to your life experiences, God saw everything. And how they sit there and try to bully you and lie on your name and try to blackmail you to get you locked up or put you in the sideboard. Or they try to shadow ban you, or they pay people to go up against you when it comes to your past, to dim your light, to do spell work on you in a toxic way. Or they do humiliation rituals to shortchange you when it comes to your mental health. But God didn't disturb your peace, because God was trying to protect your physical when it comes to your light that God endowed within you. When you understood self-control, understanding discipline, hold on one second, you wasn't trying to lose control. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Because when the right community comes into your life, and I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form, they respect you, they hear you, they don't hack your devices, they don't project spirit towards you, they don't energy harvest off your energy, they don't try to destiny swipe with you, and they don't gang stalk you. And I say that respectfully. And they won't ever sit there to try to blackmail you to get you locked up and put you in the sideboard because they got lack of self-control, because they sat there and looked in your contract records and they realized, hold on one second, you actually could be somebody. It be the train of thought for me how folks be having this mindset of kicking someone down and see them frown. Or because God is really elevating somebody every single day. And that one lie was told, you have to get physical, don't hurt yourself. Always be yourself, woman's intentions. I'm Nia, in all love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not, and that's okay. Giving up on yourself, regardless to who projects spell on you in a toxic way, regardless to who gang stalks you, and you're not doing it for likes and views, that energy is different. And when you truly fall from a hater, they will never understand that storm that you overcame. But God saw everything. When you don't worship the devil, we all don't pray the same. But I still know how to respect my neighbor. They have my channel shadow banned, and God sees everything. But my content is not for everyone. It's not. God saw everything. Down to you throwing spell work at me. Down to you hacking my devices. Down to you gang stalking me. And one thing I don't gotta do is lie. You even try to destiny swipe me, but it was an epic failure. You can't take that child of God's anointing. That energy is different. We're on two different levels. I'm far from a hater. You saw potential within me, and you tried to kick me down and throw spirit at me. I understood to maintain your smile, respect you. At the end of the day, I wasn't looking at you like competition because I'm truly far from a hater. The energy is different. We was never out. It was one side when it came to competing because I was never part of your race. How this type of stuff actually happens. And folks swear that you talk about like a bad hat, but goddamn, your mask fell off when it came to lack of common sense for you to truly go with it. Always be yourself when someone projects fear on you. They try to make you homeless, put you in the sideboard, or get you locked up to blackmail you. Or they try to dim you like to paint you out to be crazy when you understood what you experienced that day. And you're far from that. And never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. Because when the right community sees you, they're not trauma bonding you. They're not blackmailing you. They're not projecting spell work on you in a toxic way. They're not energy harvesting off your energy. They're not destiny swiping with you. They're not gang stalking you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And they're not hacking your devices to make you feel like you gotta be tripping out. Like, you saw what you saw. When they hacked your device, like, hold on one second, that was just right there. I know I'm not bugging. But that's what they want you to do. They want you to bug out. Like the last person they did it to, how they said they want their own free will when it come to their train of thought, when it came to their mental health. How they put the last person in the psych board, or because they had controlling issues. Because nobody was coming to help that person. Because everybody was already looking at that person like they was already crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. How this type of stuff actually happens. It takes a group of people to go up against one person. It takes a group of people when someone says that etc. happened this day, or etc. happened this day. They will sit there and blackmail somebody with old text messages. They will sit there and blackmail somebody with old emails, messages, and being that the way technology is today, they're able to make it seem like someone had a conversation with somebody when they didn't. It'd be the train of thought for me. Or they would sit there and wait till you get into someone's live or something and say, "Hey, hi neighbor, 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 what's going on? Respect." And they would take that as an audio and use one of your they would use one of your videos to interpret a conversation, and it'd be one-sided. It'd be the train of thought for me. Or they would sit there and blackmail you, manipulate a conversation, frame a situation at the end of the day, have somebody come into the conversation just to blackmail you so everybody could look at you like you somebody you're truly not. All because of the fact that you had self-control and the person that was behind closed doors was paying these folks just to blackmail you because they had lack of self-control. Folks talking about they so grown, but they acting their shoe size like they body weight. Didn't matter someone's tax bracket when they try to see an innocent person down, to see them frown, all because they didn't want someone to see they light, because someone truly had potential. You put your neighbor in competition when they was never part of your race. It be the train of thought for me how your neighbor actually respected you. How this type of stuff actually happens. But don't ever allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. How they would use your storyline when it come to your life, but they ain't walk a day in your shoes to actually understand what you truly went through. They would take little bits of pieces, trying to break it down at the end of the day, but you forgot to actually have the person show up when it comes to, hold on one second, they was truly their own author of their own book, let alone a narrative when it came to directing. It'd be the train of thought for me. How folks make money off an innocent person, won't even pay somebody. And then when an innocent person speaks out, they dead ass wrong. They try to dim somebody's light when someone had to do them wrong. Then they would sit there and send spell work and a toxic way towards an innocent person. Then when someone speaks up at the end of the day, then you want to play on a top, talking about they a hater. Then you trying to discourage somebody, try to make someone feel like they're supposed to be stressed out when they wasn't trying to wild out. Then you try to play with their numbers when they come to their channels. Who you try to play with their life at the end of the day, how this type of stuff actually happens when it come to certain folks that got out of God's light. People pick and choose who they want to bully. And you have to do them besides respect your neighbor. It be the train of thought for me. God saw everything. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. But always be yourself. He said that you don't got potential. You know, when a right person walks into your life, regardless if it's business-wise or relationship-wise, or it don't matter what kind of relationship it is, when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. And they don't have ill intentions towards you. And they would never sit there and gang up with groups of people to project spurk on you. They would never sit there and gang up with groups of people to gang stalk you or energy harvest of your energy or destiny swipe with you or blackmail you to put you in a cycle or get you locked up, or let alone psych your thought process, your feeling, your pockets, or your eyesight. Because they don't have the mindset of being a hater. And they won't hack your devices, that part. And they won't try to destiny swipe with you. And they won't project spirit on you in a toxic way. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They wouldn't have the mindset of the devil. They wouldn't have the mindset of becoming your enemy. And especially when they said that they're truly healing. The energy is different when you truly go within. Always be yourself. Someone doesn't understand how you tie your shoe different. But you wasn't trying to fall. You understood what you overcame when it came to pain and time and day. Being patient. Because healing, trauma, and pain is not a race overnight process, but you are worthy to understand your own existence. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. And one thing I don't have to do is lie about what I experienced. And I say that respectfully. Individuals know who they are. I ain't got to say your name at the end of the day because God saw what you did to me. Even when you try to blackmail me. I don't run from my past. We don't all operate the same. The energy is different when you truly keep it real. It bothers certain folks' train of thought. All because of the fact they want the projected to be mentally ill. Don't give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Today is currently May 11th, 2025. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And loving yourself is not a crime. Never allow someone to dim your light or discourage you because they're dealing with insecurity problems. They're dealing with low self-esteem problems or confidence issues or whatever the case may be. When you still know how to respect your neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, and you still go out your way to help your neighbor, but they have the mindset of becoming jealous and envy, and they have the mindset of having hate towards you, and you have to do nothing to them, do not ever give up on yourself. And you're not a snitch when you speak up for yourself. When someone has the mindset of bringing harm towards you, you're not a snitch when you speak up for you. You're not. I don't understand with certain communities in the day, oh, you're a snitch. Until it happens in your household, then someone is not a snitch anymore. I'm so confused at the train of thought and the mindset at the end of the day, because now because it's your household, now you want justice for your household. Like, ma'am, sir, make it make sense at the end of the day. So you pick and choose who you want to fucking bully at the end of the day. Make it make sense. Hello, what's going on? Until someone do you wrong, or let alone someone that you love. It be the train of thought for me. How you be saying I'm not making sense. It's pointless in me talking or whatever the case may be. But I wasn't trying to ruin your reputation or let alone disrespect you because I have to say your name. But you said my name so much behind closed doors. You made me so irrelevant when it came to your conversation, but I'm so pointless at the end of the day though. It'd be the train of thought for me. You're very so inspired, but you would never respect me. Up close in person, you would do it behind closed doors because you ain't trying to ruin your own reputation. But God saw what you was doing. How this type of stuff actually happens. How someone don't want to put respect on someone's name because they talk so bad about somebody. And someone can actually walk into your life without even knowing you and showed you why you changed your life. You want to give them credit so bad, but you badmouth somebody so bad. You don't understand why this person was talking. You don't understand why this person was talking about God because you had a mindset of having hate and jealousy within you. But you turned that around in your own life. And you turned that negative and you turned it to something positive. But you're still being patient with time and day because you have your days. But I still didn't have to respect. I still didn't have to disrespect my neighbor. I still respected my neighbor. How this type of stuff actually happens. How someone can come into your life and you don't have to know them. And by those couple of conversations that you had with somebody, someone was really rooting for you from the beginning. They was rooting for you. But because they talk so bad about you behind closed doors that God saw, they can't even approach you now. Because they don't want to be the laugh of those text messages. They don't want to be the laugh of, didn't you just disrespect this person? Didn't you just have ill intentions towards this person? Didn't you say you wanted to set them up to get them robbed? How this type of stuff actually happens. People pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who reputation they want to ruin. One thing I don't do is run from my past. And what I'm not going to stop doing is speaking up for myself, regardless to who doesn't hear me, who hears me. You can continue to try to ruin my reputation, but God is guiding me. And I say that respectfully. You keep saying, well, where's your God at now when I'm shadow banning you? Where's your God at now when I'm trying to ruin your reputation? Where's your God at now when I'm blackmailing you behind closed doors to make people not work with you, but make people not look at you, to make people not look at you in light that God endure within you? Where's your God at now? By my side. And that's what I was told. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. I don't wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, it's my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, and I say that respectfully. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity as their own. I never gave nobody permission to use my video or use any of my lives and interpret me or use me for their own benefits. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. You're not a snitch when you speak up for yourself. Because it shouldn't have to wait until it's your household for you to understand that. Hold on one second. This is not okay. It's not okay. Because there's good people and there's bad people. And it's sad and disturbing to see people pick and choose who they want to bully when they feel like someone is really by themselves. It be the train of thought for me. You see someone ain't got nobody. So nobody's going to defend somebody. It be a train of thought for me. It shouldn't matter if someone has somebody or not. Just like you have family members and loved ones that you care about or whatever the case may be, you will want somebody to be a reputation of you when that child that you care and love, regardless of how old they are, because that's someone that you care about and love, and that's God's child. To be a reputation of you to defend them when someone is trying to hurt them. It doesn't matter what environment they're in. Because it's like this. I ain't gonna say too much. When somebody goes to the club, right? They're going to have a good time. They're going to be safe. For someone to go into a club and don't know somebody, and for someone to shield somebody when an altercation is happening, I didn't have to know my neighbor that day. That's what someone is saying to themselves. Because why? They thought about, I have loved ones. I have people that go out into environments, regardless if it's restaurant settings or not. I will hope someone stands up for my people, regardless of their culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. It'd be the train of thought for me. It should never have to wait until it's your household for you to say, wow, I need justice. When we have people around us that are for us. But people pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to target. And sometimes in the society that we live in, when someone has the mindset of being jealous and envy towards somebody, someone may be more gifted than somebody. So they move out the way and let that person be attacked. They move out the way for someone to bring harm towards somebody. They move out the way for someone to be bullied. They move out the way for someone to be gang stalked. They move out the way for someone to be RAP'd. They move out the way for someone to get sucked at their free will when it comes to their mental health. They move out the way. Imagine being in a room with a group of people, right? And realizing the conversation that you're having with yourself. Listening to people talk. And they projecting a spoke on an innocent person. And you saying to yourself is, that could be my loved one. Regardless if I know this person or not, that could be somebody I know. And it starts to disturb your peace because that person didn't have to do anything to these people. And then when you start to hear why they're doing what they're doing towards an innocent person, now you're saying to yourself is, I thought I was jealous. I thought I was envious. I thought I had a mindset of having hate in me. I wouldn't want nobody to do that to my baby. Regardless to if I'm on this planet or not. I wouldn't want my child to be in the mindset of feeling alone and being under spiritual attack. And nobody's there to protect my baby. It'd be a train throw for me. Or to hear someone plotting against somebody to ruin their reputation, or to have someone get locked up or put in a psych board, or have someone robbed, or whatever the case may be. And only to hear why these people are having this conversation, and you're just a third party in the room amongst a group of people talking about this innocent person. And only for you to look at it like they're only jealous. And you're sitting back as to this person didn't have to do anything to them. Now you start to reevaluate your train of thought as to your own mental health, that if they can do this to this person, they can do it to me too. When they pick and choose to. It'd be the train of thought for me. Because, people get tired of people after a while. People get to the mindset of saying, I'm done. And especially when they're not for you. And especially when they can't benefit off of you. And especially when they have the mindset of they were just using you for your temporary use. Just so you can play this person close. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. It should be no reason why someone is going from point A to Z, regardless to what neighborhood it is. If you go into the store, you see someone get into altercation. It's verbal words at first. You know, normally a man would do is, yo, cut that out, chill. That's what a man would do. This, you know, certain words is not my vocabulary. Escalate the situation. And for a man to stand up and talk with his chest, that energy is different. Because when someone is respected, they're not overlooking the conversation because you know why? They start to think and they start to realize that, hold on 1 second. You're actually right. It's pointless. What am I beefing with for? What am I beefing with somebody for? I'm taking this shit outside. Let's go. But someone walks in and is acknowledging that, hold on 1 second. You got kids. You're going through something right now. Even if you don't have kids. Have a nice day. Walk it off. It's not that serious. Y'all gonna fight. But it be the train thought for me. It takes a brave person to stop something from actually happening. It does. And certain people nowadays, they look and watch. And they don't want to get caught up in someone else's bull crap or whatever the case may be. But when the right person is there at the right time, and I say this respectfully, it's a whole lot of turning around that actually happens in one setting. It doesn't matter if someone's homeless or not. It doesn't matter if someone just got cheated on or not. Someone just had a drink or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter what mental health someone is in. When the right person walks into a situation, they're able and capable of de-escalating that situation quick and fast. And I'm not trying to be the superhero. Your life matters. It's so much drama going on when someone walks into a certain environment nowadays and people want to pull out weapons and people want to hurt each other. People don't want to fight no more. And then you arguing about pointless conversations. It should be no reason why a man is fighting in the store where women is in the store and this grown-ass man got his fucking body weight on chicks for, let alone children. Like, make it make sense. No, for real. Make it make sense. And you mean to tell me it's other men that's standing in the store that's not doing nothing? Nothing at all. They not even trying to break the fight up or nothing. But now you got somebody's child that's in the corner screaming for help. What happened to the man talking with his chest? I don't want no woman beating, no man that is a woman beat at the end of the day. Just standing around the store. Because he's not going to help. He not. All you going to do is talk. You shouldn't have been there. They was at the register. Because that's how the mindset of these dudes are. And I don't mean no disrespect, but this is how it is. Because a man is not going to fight a real man. It's one thing when you change your life around, when you stop putting your hands on a woman. That's one thing. But when you consistently putting your hands on females and you never fought a dude, and all you do is talk junk 2 blocks over, I don't take your life serious either. Because at the end of the day, When that woman is in that store with that child, it should be no reason why it's grown-ass men in that store and that child is in fear because two men wanted to fight and have an altercation in the store. The men in that store should have de-escalated that situation quick and fast. It should be no reason why someone's child went from one side of the register to the back of the store being flown because two grown-ass men's body weight bum rushed that child. It'd be the train of thought for me. It should never be your household for you to get a phone call. Your child's in the hospital. You know the store down the block? You know the supermarket down the block? Yeah, it was a tussle in the store, and your baby head hit one of the machines in the store, one of the refrigerators, one of the cabinets. Your baby hit their head on the floor because they was tossed on the other side of the room. Are they okay? That's all you worry about. Is your baby okay? You trying to get down to the ER as fast as you can. You can't wait to get the names of who they was. You can't wait to get the names. And it's so funny now. You get the phone call that your child is okay once you got to the hospital. But they're not mentally okay. So now that you get down to the hospital and you make sure everything is straight with your child, now your mindset is you're going down to that store because you want answers as the man that you are because you're talking with your chest. And because you're talking with your chest and you get into that store, all the men that was in that store, you trying to figure out why nobody stopped it. That's your first answer. So you mean to tell me all these grown-ass men was just standing around? And you mean to tell me it had to take a female to stop somebody from fighting? How? All along, it had to take a female to see if your child was okay? And never not one time, these men that's fighting in the store, they didn't even go check to see if your baby was okay. Never not one time. Not one time. It'd be a train of thought for me. So now, you look at these two dudes like, you hurt my child. Now they dealing with trauma. Now I gotta get therapy for my baby now. Like, you're bugging. Like, what happened? Now you ready to fight. Since they want to act like bitches, now you ready to fight. That's how you feeling right now. Because someone didn't understand self-control. Someone didn't understand discipline. And to find out what they was beefing about, it just blew your mind. You don't even want to know. Because it shouldn't have happened in the first place. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. And it's so crazy to say that it don't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. It don't. Because it could have been de-escalated. It could have. And it's sad that someone's baby had to get hurt because someone lacked self-control. It didn't matter about the temperature outside. If it was a sunny day, it didn't matter if it was raining outside, regardless if it was winter or summer or spring or fall. It didn't matter. It shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened at all. It'd be the train of thought for me. It shouldn't happen to the point where now you as a man, as a father, you can't watch your child every minute, every second on the clock. And especially when, regardless how old they are, you want to be able to know at the end of the day your child is in an environment where they're safe. It'd be the train of thought for me. How this type of stuff actually happens. And no father or mother should have to get a phone call because someone lacks self-control. Someone lacks self-discipline. It didn't matter about someone's upbringing. Because it's but so long you can continue to keep using, oh, because of my upbringing, because of my upbringing. But you sure enough know how to be in this person's face. You sure enough know how to do this. You sure enough know how to do that. You know how to do this. You know how to do that. Now everybody's so sorry. And everybody talking about shoulda, coulda, woulda. What they shoulda did. But it's too late because the damage is already done. It'd be the train of thought for me. How a father gets a phone call. Having a good day disturbs your peace so bad. Because someone lacks self-control. And no father or mother should have to go through this. But for you to get the first call before your wife or the woman of your child, and for someone to call your phone and says, I don't mean no disrespect on your phone, but God forbid, you get a phone call that your child just left you. You just gave them a couple of dollars for them to start their day or whatever the case may be, go to work or whatever the case may be. And they get to a destination and someone didn't have self-control. Someone had insecurity problems. Someone lacked self-discipline, and they didn't know how to use a certain type of weapon, regardless if it was if it had tools in it, if it didn't have tools in it. How your baby got caught up in it. Imagine somebody calling you, God forbid, and your child was just poked up, and they didn't even feel not a wound within them, because when you get poked up, you don't feel it, and especially when it happens so fast. And no mother or father should have to get these type of phone calls because someone was jealous, someone was envious. You gave your child your debit card. They go to the ATM machine. They being poked up and not even knowing they being poked up. They got a heavy jacket on. They don't have to have a heavy jacket on. They being poked up because someone is trying to rob them. Regardless if you want to scratch off today or tomorrow, you said that's for your child. It be the train of thought for me. You didn't have malicious intentions as to how you got the funds because it wasn't karma, because it wasn't that type of rotation. But because someone lacked self-control and they wanted to run up on your child because they looked at your child like they was a victim. They made your child a victim today. And it should never have to be your household for someone to make your child a victim. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. How this type of stuff actually happens. Someone was leaving from point A to C coming out their household. Didn't matter if they had $200 in their wallet or their pocketbook or their pocket. Someone gets RAP'd. Doesn't matter what community is. No, it doesn't. Because it could be the quietest neighborhood of them all. And for something to be a repetitive thing in the neighborhood, it's really disgusting. It's like the community stands together when it's beneficial to them. But at the same time, too, they pick and choose who they want to bully. They pick and choose who they want to manipulate. They pick and choose who they want to blackmail. They pick and choose who they want to help. Because your same community will have you robbed. Your same community will have you beat up. And you don't have to do anything to them. Your same community can slash your tires. And they will act like they don't know who did it. Your same community can have someone within the community that cleans or someone in the community who works in the supermarket or whatever the case may be do something malicious towards you, and the whole community knows about it. But nobody will ever speak up on your defense because they will sit there and blackmail you and laugh in your face. Because why? They wanted to bully you. How this type of stuff actually happens. Everybody else know about it but you. They send certain individuals to gang stalk you in your own community. And then when you speak up for yourself, your community is quick to say, "Oh no, we a good community over here. We don't do that type of stuff. Oh no, we don't do that type of stuff. No." How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. Just because it's not happening in your household, it's happening in someone else's household. I'm about to wrap this video up. Stop the violence. It should be no reason how old. It shouldn't be no reason regardless to how old somebody is for them to become a victim because someone lacks self-control. And it shouldn't be, oh, because my mother wasn't there, my father wasn't there, this is why I act the way I do. It be the train of thought for me. If you could sit there and entertain this, if you could sit there and entertain that, if you know how to be in a relationship and manipulate somebody, if you know how to sit there and gang stalk somebody, project spirit and be a hater, you know how to have self-control. But you pick and choose who you want to bully. You pick and choose what you want to participate in to hurt innocent people, to take them with their free will. It's a train of thought for me. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And God is not for sale. And God has never been for sale. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Because someone says that you don't have potential, never give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. Someone says that you're not qualified for this job. That does not mean don't stop making your dreams come true. Because someone says you're not fit for a healthy relationship, that does not mean that someone will not come into your life to be faithful to you. Because when you least expect it, someone will show you the love that you're deserving of. You didn't have certain individuals that knew how to respect you, but who would have knew that the right people would show up for you? Certain individuals said that you wasn't worthy of this, or you wasn't worthy of that, or you wasn't worthy of this. But God actually blessed you. That is just different. When the enemy was up against you, the devil tried to take you down. You had folks that was envious and jealousy of you, and they had to project spirit towards you. They energy harvest off your energy, and God saw everything that they was doing. They tried to destiny swipe with you, but it was an epic failure because they can't take God's blueprint. They can't take what God endured within you when it comes to your anointings. They gang stalked you. They hacked your devices. They displayed jealousy and hate and envy within certain groups. When they laughed at you in text messages, they laughed at you here, there, whatever the case may be, and they had malicious intentions like it's your free will when it comes to your mental health. Or they even knew about these conversations, but God saw everything. And when God saw everything, your heavenly mother and father was protecting you. Even when they started doing certain things that was not the norm, that became the norm to them, they don't understand how you was truly protected. They try to get you locked up, put you in the sideboard, label you that you were somebody you truly wasn't. They try to call you incompetent or whatever the case may be. They called you a difficult person. They said that you're slow, stupid, and retarded because they wanted to blackmail you. But your heavenly mother and father, God, gave you the strength while you stand before yourself today. And you didn't have to do it for likes and views or cloud chasing. The energy is different. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Don't give up on yourself because someone says you don't have potential. Your past, when it comes to a relationship, they said that you would never find true love ever again. But love came knocking on your door when you least expected, pointing in the right direction. It was God's timing. Your past couldn't relate to hold on 1 second common sense. Something that you wasn't running past, something that you wasn't running from was your past. They try to humiliate you, disrespect you, allow to see you frown. They lied on your name right to left, but God saw what they was doing behind closed doors, and they forgot to keep it real. But you understood the real love. Wasn't truly supposed to hurt. Always be yourself. They said that you're not fit for this. They said that you're not fit for that. Keep showing up for you. We may not pray the same, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity. I never gave nobody permission to use my voice. And I say that respectfully. I never gave nobody permission to blackmail me. But what I'm going to continue to do is speak up for me. Regardless if you disrespect me, regardless of whatever conversations you're having behind my back, I'm far from a hater. We're not the same. The energy is different when you understand elevation when it comes to growth, patient time and day. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? No hands to change over me. What's wrong with these folks? Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Don't dim your light. Go, you neighbor. Don't dim your light. You matter. You're worthy. Always be yourself. Have a safe year, day, evening, weekend, evening. You matter and you are worthy. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Stop the violence, protect your energy, and protect you and your family with no malicious intentions. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. No answer, change though. I gotta go. Peace and respect, so never stop the violence. You ready whether don't damn your light. Go, you never don't damn your light. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime. They gave up on you over during your journey. You are beautiful and you are handsome, and I say that respectfully. God is not for sale, and God has never been for sale. And God is not manipulation, I say that respectfully. I don't wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, but I know how to respect my neighbor, even when you're not for me, and that's okay. I'm not your respect. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.